to return to the title game in consecutive seasons, and they will look to league MVP D. McMullen to lead them to victory.
Yeah, the senior midfielder is one of the best on the field no matter what. She takes players on, and Parkland needs to have that pressure on her and be aware of her all game long. She's so comfortable with the ball at her feet, and she truly creates panic and chaos when she is on the ball, and no doubt she is the most technically skilled player on that field.
Central
Be able to possess 100% of the time, but you just have to be aware of the other team and sort of staying patient in your defense when you don't have the ball.
Allentown Central Catholic in green, Parkland in white, as D. McMullen makes one of her famous moves to get around, open some space, and the first shot of the game finds the back of the net from Ashley Fanger, the senior.
I mean, just a beautiful run of play, and Parkland starts this game off having the possession, right? They get the kickoff, but immediately they look to find D. McMullen, knowing this is exactly what Central was trying to do today. And D has no problem taking players on. You see that right there, but Ashley Fanger's so good at delaying her run, almost hiding inside that midfield line, and everybody's so aware of D, and so they track to D, forgetting about Fanger. And this is a beautiful finish. I mean, she's wide open. She doesn't really need to take a touch. She doesn't, and that's a great finish off her right foot.
And this is what D. McMullen does so well, as we talked about. She doesn't have a ton of stats in terms of goals, but her assists and just her vision on the field. She is always going to find the open teammate, and Ashley Fanger.
Beautiful, and even talking with Coach Al Haddad before this game today, he knows that's their game plan. He knows as soon as they get possession of the ball back, Central is looking for D, and rightfully so. And D's a player that, yes, can take players on and can go to goal if she needs to, and will take shots. Obviously, she scored 2 in that semifinal game against Emmaus the other night, but she really has such incredible IQ, so she's always looking to distribute, always looking to go forward and finding her other teammates, and you saw that right there, just being so aware of attracting so much attention, and that's going to leave somebody open. Yeah, and even Snyder's goal in that game for Central, she talked about how D. McMullen did all the work.
Speaking of, McMullen finds the foot of Eisenman. Her shot is deflected over the end line, and we'll have a corner kick up next for Central.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, that's just how that play once again starts. Taking a look at the way they get the ball to D, she gets around 2, again, attracting so much attention towards her, and so that leaves Meredith Eisenman has gone on for Central. They've done a better job of realizing and taking advantage of opportunities when they present themselves.
McMullen pulls the trigger with the left foot this time. Clemens certainly has been busy here through the first 11.5 minutes of this East Penn Conference title game, and McMullen is bidding for goal number 2.
Yeah, I mean, just does such a nice job. So selfish that time, but in the best way possible, because she realizes what she can do in creating that space for herself. She can strike it, obviously, with her right. You saw it that time with her left, just so efficient. And I think that's the word I want to use early on here for Central, is just the efficiency.
Ed for Juliet Snyder. Poked off her foot before McMullen wins it back for the Vikettes. The league MVP cuts it back to the left, able to get a beautiful cross off. It bounces. Fanger in there battling for potentially a second goal, and instead she's called for the foul.
It's a great job by D. McMullen just to continue this play on, stay patient with the attack on the far side. And she's so shifty and getting that cross off with her left. And here's Fanger just.
Couple of flick-ons, McMullen back at her foot. She gets inside, keeps it low for the cross, and it's just behind everybody making runs.
And maybe you're thinking, why doesn't D take a shot there? But she's so smart in recognizing where she's at on the field, and that angle not good enough for a shot. I like the decision to go with the cross there, and not only do I like the decision to go with the cross, but it's a beautiful cross inside. It's exactly where you want it to be, just outside the 6. Just unfortunate, no Vike.
Mullen's so dangerous.
Every
the ball at her foot, no matter what.
Right, we kind of joked with Coach Spatzer. It's like, yes, she has the ball at her feet, and 3 defenders are on her. She's probably not going to get out of that scenario, but typically she actually does.
We also talked to Al Haddad about D. McMullen. He's, you know, probably lost some sleep last night about how to slow her down, if we're being honest. Adjusting their game plan defensively to try to make sure there's always pressure. Easier said than done.
Right, and to be honest, in a high school soccer game, there's not many players out there where you're going to have to adjust an entire game plan based off of one player, right? You're pretty confident in your team. You're pretty confident in what you are as a unit. But to have to be extremely aware of one player such as D. McMullen, that's absolutely the case for Parkland.
Oh, Wells wins another one out of the air. Right to McMullen. battling with Emma Hull and gets around. McMullen.
And I think it comes back from this, right? Starting that possession style, trying to connect some passes, looking for the right ones.
Here it is. Couple of one-timers. Meredith Eisenman is in, and she's denied inside the 6-yard box.
Oh, and she's so close. And I think that's a big reason why this angle is actually really tough for Eisenman. It's a beautiful build-up, a play from Central Catholic, looking for D. McMullen on the inside, of course, and then Meredith Eisenman knows if she can take a player on 1v1, and so in that opportunity, she saw she had some space to the outside, took it, opened up a bigger space there for you to do just that.
11 seniors on this team, including D. McMullen right there, the league MVP, who set up the first goal of today's contest. And when you talk about this senior class, we mentioned that they had won 2 district golds, a district silver, a state gold, but this was the one thing they hadn't been able to accomplish yet, and able to do it in your senior season is pretty special.